It's Susan here again. On my wee rant again, I'm afraid. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. It's really good to have people listen to me. Whether they respond or not is another matter. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I picked up some Twitter posts um, on cyber attacks mainly in the United States, but apparently there's been a report of some cyber outage in the UK as well. Rumble certainly was down over the weekend or whatever. I noticed that, and folk reporting problems with phones. Having said that, I was on a Zoom on Saturday evening and nobody mentioned any problem, and there were a number of people from the States and Canada on that and didn't mention it. But what got me about the narrative on this was China's cyber attack team. Um, attacks the systems, and it could be outages and get into the water systems and and the banks and monetary systems and governments, and it took me back to COVID came out of China, and here we are again. All this scare hype. Yeah, there may well be cyber attacks. I've no idea. There might be outages. And are they linked, or are they because of solar flares and so on and so forth? I don't know. But the narrative's already prepping us for China being involved, the same way as it did with COVID, with China being involved. And yes, there's some evidence that a lot of the work was done in a lab in China, but don't forget that it was initiated by work that had been done by Fauci in America, who took it to China. So, and then of course there was all the story about Russia having bombed the pipeline. That was the narrative, only to discover the CIA was involved in bombing the pipeline and so on and so forth. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that the media, the narrative, the hype is all fitting one against the other. Black against white and Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Then we've got Ukraine, and now we've got Jews versus Muslims, and we've got and it's hitting the streets. That one's in particular is hitting the streets in Scotland as well. So it's all this somebody against somebody. And what we need to remember is that the chances are it's just that top layer, the piggies, the cabal, call it what you like. And then I saw a Twitter post the other day, and it was conservatives this, liberals this. Obviously, we're talking about the states again, and it was citing all the liberals as being the bad guys and the conservatives as being the good guys. Swap the colours over to the UK, and we have a conservative government here. It doesn't mean everything's hunky dory, because whoever happens to be on the payroll of the are the ones that are picking the tune. He who pays the piper picks the tune, and he who pays the piper is the same time all the time, same person, same group of people all the time. And this is something that we need to remember, and it may well be we're coming into a time of cyber attacks. It was interesting, the headline was, oh, we need to go digital ID because of these cyber attacks. Are folk really going to believe that it's better to go digital to prevent cyber attacks or protect yourself from cyber attacks? Surely by going digital, you're more... folk take what I refer to as a logic leap at times. And if they can't see this, folk having been jiggered 7 times and then complaining they've got a sniffle and tested positive, honesty. But anyway, the thing that we need to bear in mind is that yet again the narrative is pushing us to think one side against the other. And we need to remember it's the people at the top, the families at the top that are controlling all of this. So let's not pick our neighbour as our enemy. Let's not pick another country, another creed, another colour as the enemy, and remember who the enemy is. and keep positive through this. As I say, we may well be coming down cyber attacks, and we may well now finally need our extra bag of rice in the cupboard, or whatever it happens to be, water cleansing tablets, sterilising tablets, filters, whatever. We may still need them. But yet again, we've been going through this for 3 years. I remember the first time we had warnings there was going to be electricity and power outages and so on, and we need to stock up. And I informed all our membership at the time, you know, a couple of thousand people by email, that this may well happen. But a year later, I got an email from somebody who'd obviously just found it again in his inbox and went, "Ha, don't you feel like a fool?" No, it didn't happen. But if it had happened and I hadn't warned people, then I'd have felt even more of a fool. So it didn't matter having it. We may well need it. We may not need it. But we keep being strung along like this, and I feel they're just constantly dangling the carrot. And while we keep talking about potential cyber, it's keeping everybody on edge. Focus on today. I'm happy. I'm safe. I'm loved. Tomorrow? We don't know. We can't live on what ifs or maybes. Too many different integrations of the timeline. We haven't a clue what's going to happen. Yeah, be prepared. Have a spare candle. Some solar lights, like I've got here. Whatever it happens to be. But let's not get stressed about it. We can still function if we don't have our phones for a couple of days. I don't know what else to say, really. But, we went down the road of COVID, all that scare story, just to get people. And then they're going all the cyber attack story just to get people on digital IDs. Anyway, at the end of the day, don't stress. Yes, be prepared. Don't stress. Live, love, and be happy every day. No, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Therefore, why stress about it? Anyway, there you go. That's my story for today. Thanks for tuning in again. And if you think that could help raise discussion with somebody else or get them thinking or whatever, share it, tell them about it, write a wee comment at the bottom if you agree. But yeah, we just need to get on with things. Do the best we can every day. We can't do any more than that. But don't stress, please. Bye-bye.